What's going on?
What's going on, man? How was your week?
I,
What's going on?
chilling, man. Chilling.
I hear you. I hear you. So we're waiting on Kiki. Kiki texted me. She said she was coming
All right,
on.
cool.
So I sent her the invite, but we'll get going. She'll probably text me in a minute. All right, so Beauty. This is not Steve. This is Lucario. Bad boy
Nice to meet you.
All
What's
right.
going on?
So it's going to be a little bit different, but Lucario has his viewpoints and ideologies too. So he, that's just the way it's going to go. That's the way it's going to be. But it's an open forum. We can have the back and forth, and we're going to do what it needs to do.
Right.
All right. So tonight's topic is people. Sensitivity is sexy. Oh my God, I love the sensitive man. He's so great, courageous. All right. So this is the reason why we came up with this topics. Lucario, you caught snippets of the recent show. When I had Steve and Beauty on, they went back and forth about vulnerability. Steve thinks it's stupid. Men shouldn't have to be vulnerable. Men should stay in their position. Men should be grounded. And Beauty was very confused. So, Beauty, can you just elaborate on why?
I wasn't confused.
So, well, more than confused, bewildered, if you will.
It wasn't that I was confused. It's the fact that people take emotions as it's a weakness and it's not. As in, when I was trying to understand him, I wasn't like criticizing him for being the way he was being. That's him. But it's the simple fact that when God made humans, he made us all with emotions. And it's not saying that a man is emotional because they're crying. It's saying that we have emotionals, and understanding that emotional intelligence plays a big part of that as well. Like, yes, we all have emotions, but some people are stronger at controlling their emotions than others. As far as probably men are probably more easier to control their emotions than women. But we all have emotions. So that's why I was like, when he was like, oh, you want a man to cry, that's not what I want. I want a man to be real with me. I want them to be their authentic self. So in all reality, it is what it is. Whatever he thinks is what he thinks. How he operates is how he operates. But I was just questioning it so I could see his point of view.
Right.
Okay, before I give to Lucario real quick, so the back and forth canter that you guys were having, is vulnerability sexy to you in a man? Does that show you something? Does that give you some type of solace? Would that be a safe haven for you, Beauty?
It's not really would it be a safe haven. It's a safe haven for them. Like, when it comes to men, in my eyes, men don't really care for love. You know what I'm saying? They would choose respect over love any day. So if they don't respect me enough to let me see who they really are, then that's not what I need. I don't need nobody that can't be them and with me or around me or whatever. I don't need none of that. So when we be speaking on stuff like in that case, it was just like, why do men feel like they can't be vulnerable in that case? Like, why you can't be your authentic self? And that's showing your hard self, the masculine, the soft, the side that's emotional, the side that need to vent, the side that's is every part of you. That's what I'll be saying. Like, you got to be authentic when you hit here. And if you can't even show that you could be vulnerable or that you have emotions or to speak on your emotions, then that's not human. Like, it's not even about being male or female. It's just not human. Like, you can't hide everything to the person that you're supposed to be real with.
Okay, I'll let Lucario give his insight on that.
Yeah, I think so. Men are gonna have emotions just like women, right? The issue though is that women encourage men to be emotional and be vulnerable to them, where doing that is not very it's not beneficial to him or her, because what happens is that I'll give you an example. So let's say if you're working at a company and your boss knows that they're having some trouble with cash flow or whatever, right? The boss is not going to come to his employees and be like, oh my God, I was so nervous this morning. I'm feeling very stressed out because, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay you guys this week so he's not going to say that to his employees. He's going to go to his business partner or the CEOs or whoever else he's dealing with. And he'll come to them with that, but he's not going to come to his employees. So if he comes to his employees, they're not going to focus on their jobs because they're going to be too worried about not getting paid. So what he does is he takes the information and brings it elsewhere. So same thing for a man. If a man is feeling emotional, he shouldn't bring it to his woman, because then his woman is going to worry and she's not going to do her or play her position correctly, because now she's like, oh, my man is all over the place and he's all emotional, which makes her see him different, which makes her act different. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not that he can't have emotions or he should like hide them inside. No, he should express it, but it doesn't make sense for him to express it to the woman. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not going to do anything to benefit him or her. It's crazy.
I feel like I feel you, because that plays a part with certain women. Like, I don't understand how a woman can't take their man up out of that funk. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm here and I don't understand what other women got going on, so I'm just speaking in general from what I see from other people and myself. If I'm here, I know how to fix certain situations. And even if it came to a problem like that, I'm a boss. My man is probably a boss as well. If he not, I can help him get there. But at the same time, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna come up with a solution to help you get out of that funk. So if you holding it for me, I'm not gonna be lollygag. I'm not gonna be sitting back and not doing what I gotta do just because you're not in your place. I'm gonna still handle mine, and I'm gonna pick up your slack, because that's what our partnership is for. If somebody falls short, we're gonna pick up where we can get up. So in that situation, like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm their partner. Just like he went to his business partners and they told him they got to come up with a resolution, I'm your partner as well. So we could come up with a resolution too. I'm not going to start feeling like, oh, my man messed up, so I'm going to be messed up. No, I'm going to level up so I can get him where he got to get.
But see, that's the thing though, is that you're not the business partner, you're the employee. You see what I'm saying?
No, that's not. No.
Yeah, like, I think it's not the same. It's not
It
on the
is
same
the
level.
same. It's not. It is the same, because we're in the household. We're running the household together. We're taking kids together. We're doing what we need to do together in that household. So I'm not an employee in the household, just like he's not an employee in our household. It's just we're a unit. We do this together, and that's like, if it's not together, I'm not gonna be on. We're not gonna be here. We both gonna have each other on a pedestal. I'm not gonna be like, and it is what it is. If it comes to standards or whatever, if I have certain standards, he has certain standards, and when I come into a situation, I agree and you agree, and then that's what it is. That's what we go. That's our partnership. Because at the end of the day, we're leveling up together too. It's not just one person carrying the household. We both carrying it.
Beauty, do you think men and women are equal?
I was about to ask it.
What do y'all mean when y'all say men and women are equal?
I mean, it's equal. Like, so meaning, like,
what do we gotta be equal on? Like,
that's what we're asking. So, like, let's say if you're with your man in the bed and somebody break in, are you gonna go check it, or should he check it?
He should check it, but I'm not gonna leave him not to check it too. Like, understand?
Right, but
we don't know who's coming in the house, so you gotta go one way, I go one way, but we protecting the house. Like, yeah, I feel like the man should go check it. Like, if it was some stuff, and I was scared, I'm like, oh, go get it. Yeah, cool. But I'm different, so I feel like I'm not just the average female, and I'm not like really super sensitive. I got like a rough side to me, so it's not like I'm gonna just sit there and just let everything happen, because then he dead and then I'm dead and I'm just sitting in the room in the back. Like, no, we could handle this together.
Yeah, because I think you know, I think from your perspective, you're coming from the perspective of you and your man being equal and being on the same like level, which is why you're like, oh yeah, be vulnerable to me and you know, talk to me and give me your emotions. But the problem is that even though women say that, when it happens, there's a feeling you get because something inside you tells you that this shouldn't be this way. Meaning, like, if you're looking up to your man, that means y'all are not equal. You see what I'm saying? Y'all are not on the same level. And so because you look up to him, then what's going to happen is that you're going to look at him differently if he is not displaying that strength. So again, like I said, if he's feeling emotional, right, he can go to his therapist or call his boys. But you know what I'm saying? But why does he have his you know, his girl or whatever? Like, why?
Why wouldn't he though? Why do you gotta go to your boys?
Because your boys is like the business partners. It's like, it's a different level. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but what if y'all not even the same type of, like, y'all might be one way with each other and behind closed doors something else. Mm-hmm. What if y'all not even on the same level, but he giving you information he don't even live by that?
Right, but that's besides the point. I'm talking about, like, the fact that a man is being emotional in front of his woman. It's like somebody who's religious, you know, like, let's say if you believe in God and God came to you, you know, in a dream or came to you in your bedroom and said, hey, what's up? I'm God. Listen, I'm feeling kind of insecure and I'm feeling kind of upset about some things. Or like, you'd be like, wait a second, aren't you God? Like, if you're God, why are you being so weak? So it makes you perceive God differently. It's the same thing for your man. You look up to your man, you're like, why are you being so weak? And that thought is the thing that makes you see him different. So when we're talking about it objectively, it's like, no, you're saying, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't look at him that way. But if it happened, you would probably look at him that way in that moment. You see what I'm saying?
I get it, but that's not me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I see what you're saying. I'm
Mhm.
sure that's okay for other females, and that's happened
Right.
to other females, but that's not me. So I can only speak on what I've, experienced or what I've seen other people experience, but that's not me. So I get what you're saying, and I
Mhm.
get why that would play a part, because there's a lot of females out here that be like, damn, why are you being a bitch? Or why this, why that? Or just that in the case, but that's not me. And I know a lot of women that's around me that's not like that as well. So when it comes to the standard of what you're saying, I get it, because you have certain type of women who do that and certain people, women who don't. Just like y'all have men y'all say that are simps, or other men, you have other men who do stuff and you have other men that don't. So all it's like, and when you say like 50-50, I don't hold it as like a 50-50, because even though y'all say like women can't do what men do, that can be a fact, but it's a lot of things we could do, and it's a lot of things that y'all could do that's the same. And it's a lot of things that we can do that y'all can't do, and it's a lot of things that y'all can do that we can't do. But what's 50 was for you was not, it's not. So I don't say like what's 50-50, because why we got to be equal or non-equal in the household. We just we got to handle together. So I don't really, it's not like I'm looking at him and he's like, he's my Lord, shepherd, this, that, and third. No, because like anything could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's not like, no, I got to be able to handle stuff just like he do. Just like he got to be able to handle stuff just like I do, in case something happen. I could die tomorrow, he could die tomorrow. And then I'm like, I don't got a man. I could die, and then we leave with the kids. He ain't do nothing I did, but now he got to do that by himself. So it's just like we do the same stuff. So why I gotta be 50-50, or why I gotta be here and here?
Mhm.
Seems to me that you do like taking the steering wheel, though, Beauty.
I mean, I do gotta, because I'm not. It gotta make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. That's in anywhere. That's in business. That's with my kids. That's in with a relationship. It gotta make
Mhm.
sense. I'm not just gonna like. It's no blind loyalty with me. It's like we're not doing no blind loyalty. We're not doing none of that. So I gotta see. And then I could be like, okay, I could trust that. I could trust that. I could trust that. I could trust that.
So
But that's
nobody's
with
ever.
anybody,
No,
huh?
I didn't mean to cut you off. You're making great points. So nobody's came to you with a mission statement. Nobody's came
Right.
to you with a bulletproof plan.
Mhm.
A man in a relationship with you and said, "Honey, this is the way it's looking. This is how we're gonna roll. This is how we're gonna rock." And you're just gonna have to just relax your shoulders and let me take the fucking wheel.
Follow.
I mean, I don't have no problem with that happening. That's where y'all get me wrong. I don't have no problem with that happening. But if I feel like it's not, like if you be like something, I'll be like, hold up, wait. Because at the end of the day, it's not like you just tarnishing you. If shit go wrong, you tarnishing both of us. So if you say something and I know that's not gonna work, because I can see the different points of views of it, I'm gonna speak on it. And if you want to carry that out still, and I already told you that's how I see that, and I don't feel like it's gonna go right because this, that, and the third, and I broke it down to you, you still doing that? You doing that by yourself,
So,
because you're not about to mess both of us up.
so what
But
happens
huh?
emotional? What happens if we do that and he gets emotional? How would you
What
view
you
that?
mean? What you mean
Like,
by his emotions? Like he
say,
gets like
yeah,
argumentative?
like he say, yo, we're gonna do this, and you're like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea because you've been slacking or whatever, and then he starts breaking down crying because you hurt his feelings. How are you? Like, is that?
I'm not gonna judge him. Like I'm gonna allow him. I have sons. Like I have kids. Like so, I'm not gonna judge him just because the man is crying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. So if that's the case, I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do. I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna see why that makes you feel that way, and we're gonna adjust. And I probably won't trigger you like I did in that moment, so that won't happen again. But I'm still stand on my ground on what that happened in that situation. So it's not like, but crying over a situation like that, that's not even regular for a female, because that's not even something I would do if you told me no.
Right.
Like that's just like, okay.
But what I'm saying is, what if he starts, because he's a sensitive guy, like you hurt his
It's not
feelings.
being, y'all taking sensitive too wrong. Like
But
I
that, but
understand.
that's what can happen,
It
though.
can't
You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying
happen, and I'm
is,
gonna accept it because that's the man that I chose to be with. I'm gonna still accept it. It's not like I'm gonna judge him or see him less than because he's crying. Like, no, people got feelings.
She likes submissive men.
I what is I do, but it's
you like,
not like it's not being submissive as like y'all taking submissive wrong.
No,
I'm
it's
saying
just
like
we're giving
so,
you. Wait, hold on. Before you go off, it's not me prejudging. It's just me giving a fair assessment.
so,
And you just answered exactly what I said. You like submissive
it's
men.
yes,
Okay, we're going to
no, like I
Perkins. Wait,
want you to be
hold on.
you,
Wait,
like I said at the
right,
beginning.
hold
It's
on. We're
not
going
being
to
sensitive.
right. I want to go grab a drink. No, we're going to Perkins. Okay, honey.
so
And don't argue about it.
Nah, I mean it don't matter. Like if you tell us we going somewhere, I'm not about to just be like, all right, no, I don't want to do that. Like most of the times I'll go somewhere, it's like, okay, cool, let's go.
so wait, so what do you like about submissive men?
What is it's not being submissive, it's basically just being you, like at all of you at all times. I'm saying like if that's the crying you, if that's the sad you, if that's the depressed you, the strong you, the masculine, the king of you, whatever parts of you I want you, and that's a being submissive because you're giving me 100% of you, and that's both of us. It's not even really submissive. It's basically trusting somebody with you.
Okay.
It's like
What if a guy is
being
like,
you.
what if being him is not showing you his emotion? What if he feels how he feels, right? But he always goes to his brother or his cousin or his therapist. Like he never tells you nothing about how he's feeling. Are you cool with that?
Nah,
Why not?
I'm not cool with
But
that because I want to
that's
know.
him being him, though.
I mean, I get that, and that's why I say it comes back to standards. If that's what you cool with, cool. I wouldn't dabble in that section because I know that's not what I want. Like I wouldn't do it. So.
And why do you want the guy to come to you for? Like, what does that do for you?
It's not like it does. It's not like it does something for me. It's just the trust aspect. Why do you have to go to other people when this is our shit?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's not ours. It's mine. You see what I'm saying? That's
not because if it's affecting our household, it's ours.
No, but that's what I mean. What I'm saying is, it's not affecting the household because he's expressing his emotion. So everything that he's feeling is coming out. You feel what I'm saying? What's up? What's up?
Hey, I'm late.
What's up,
I'm here.
Kiki?
Hey.
You just walked in the middle of Lacar. Go ahead, Lacar. Finish your point, and then
Oh, no.
Kiki, I'm going to get your insight.
I was just
Okay.
saying, you know, he can talk about his emotions, but to his friend. So that means it's coming out, but he's not saying it to you because from his perspective, that's not something that's like your business. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why do you think women generally want to hear their man's, stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Why isn't it our business?
Because it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, because that's how he's feeling. So why does how he feels have to be part of? Okay, check this out. Like, let's go back to the job analogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Certain situation, if I own a company, right, and you work for me 9 to 5, and you come in 9 to 5 every day, and you do everything you need to do, why do I care about how you feel? All I care about is the stuff's getting done. So if I'm your man, why do you care so much about how I feel or need to know how I feel if I'm doing my job as your boyfriend, husband, or whatever?
Because it's not about doing your job. You could be killing yourself on the inside, and the whole time I don't know what's going on, and I could be helping you. And mind you, while you killing yourself on the inside, you don't know what that's doing to you. I mean, you could probably be disconnecting yourself from everything, your family, your kids, or whatever the case may be, just because you don't know how to let it out to the person that could have helped you.
No, but thank you. I'm letting it out to my therapist.
All right.
Okay,
so we're gonna let Kiki.
Is cool. Well, the friends, like, you can't. But why? It just is like, I just go back to that. Like, if you can't be your authentic self with me, then I don't need that. Like, that's going back to that. Like,
right. Didn't mean to cut
you can't
you off, Edie.
100%. Yeah,
right.
So.
Back and forth. Kiki, we're gonna let you weigh in real quick so we can get your insight before I get to my notes, because I didn't even get to my notes. Lucario and them been going at it, and going back and forth. So Beauty is talking about vulnerability. Men should be vulnerable amongst their women. Vulnerability should be sexy. If I'm down and out, if a man is down and out, I should be able to pick up the luggage. I should be able to help him out. It shouldn't be an issue. Lucario's thing is there's nothing wrong with vulnerability, but you should set aside not being so sensitive. You should be a man, be masculine. What do you feel about that?
I mean, what do you mean by, because it can come off as toxic masculinity. So what do you mean by be a man? In what ways? Like, are you not opening up at all, or there's limits to how much you're opening up to your woman?
Go ahead, Lucario.
Oh no, I was just saying. Well, the argument I'm coming up with is that it's not really her business, because that doesn't really affect what needs to happen. So, like, if we're together and we're living together, I'm paying the bill, right? I'm still paying the bills. We're still taking care of the kids. Everything is happening. I'm just not telling you how I feel. And so
Why?
but I'm telling my therapist and my friend. So when I get off work, I call my boy up, we talking, we go, and I feel better now. So I don't even have to come to you with this. So my question is, why do you need us to come to you with that? What are you gonna do for us to make that, better?
I feel like as your partner, your woman should be your best friend. We're nurturers. That's what we want to do, is pour into the people that we love. So our partners, our kids, like, I feel like that's the woman's role, especially within the relationship, is to be able to build her man up. And the therapist, yes, obviously go to therapy about things. But if you're going to outside sources, especially stuff within the household, or it could be things within the relationship, and you're leaving me out the loop, how am I supposed to be there for you, especially down the road? Things are just piling up and I don't know anything about it. And like she said, you could be inside bubbling up and I'm out the loop completely.
Yep. Oh, my point is that if everything is still getting done, what difference does it make?
Because it's not about it's not about shit getting done. It can still get done, but then at one point it might break you down to the point where you just fucked up, and then I'm out the loop this whole time and I didn't even know how to pick shit back up. It's the simple shit way of, like, just having somebody in the loop. So if things do go left, I'm here.
Right.
Like, it's not like, oh, I just want you to cry every day. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I just want you to be you 100% of the time with
That
me.
gets tiring after a while, though, ladies. That's the whole thing. Doesn't it get tiring after a while?
I
It's
feel like
consistent
communication
on
is
being
key.
sensitive. Go ahead, Kiki.
It
I'm
doesn't.
sorry.
I feel like communication is key within the relationship. Like, in all aspects, how can you build a strong relationship and you're not even communicating how you're feeling? Like, your girl don't even know how you're feeling, what you're going through mentally. Like, that's crazy to me.
But what I'm saying is, okay, let's say I'm feeling bad and I come to you and I say, hey, I feel bad because of A, B, C, and D. Now, what are you going to do to fix it?
The same thing your friends would do. What are your friends going to do? What's any different than what your friend would do?
No, but they're not fixing it. I'm just talking to them because there's no reason that they're like, basically me talking to my friend about it is not going to change our friendship. Me talking to my girl about it, that's going to change our relationship.
How?
So the same way where, like, I used it again, the example of the job. If I'm the boss and I come to my employees and I say, yo, we're running out of money this quarter, they're going to be like, oh shit, I might get fired. So now the employee is going to probably not come to work on time. They're like, why should I do this? I'm going to get fired anyway. If I talk to my business partner, we can have a strategy, because my business partner may be someone that can actually help the situation because we're on the same level. When I'm with my girl, we're not at the same level. Just like I'm not at the same level as my employee. My employee's not at the same level as the boss. So what I'm saying is the employee can't help the boss with the boss's problems. So what I'm saying is, how does the woman help the guy when him telling her his emotions ain't gonna do nothing? That's what I'm saying. Like there's nothing she can do.
Then there's
But
no
I feel
point
like
in
you're
you
looking
having
at
a woman.
you're looking at very transactional. Like, there's roles within every relationship. The woman has certain roles. She's gonna go to her friends for certain things. But if you're just leaving your woman completely out the loop, I think that's a disservice to you. You have literally your best friend, your biggest supporter on your team, and you're going other places. I don't think that it's detrimental to the business. That's just like every boss with a business. If the ship is going down, or there's problems within the business, say a restaurant, all right, and the manager's not communicating with the team the problems, and it's going downhill, and the rest of the team don't know. Not talking about it with the team doesn't do anything. The ship's still going down. That's how I view it.
No, all I'm saying is that the person who's the boss has to keep things in order for the whole entire situation to run smooth. And what I'm saying, so basically what I'm saying is this: if I come to my girl and I tell her, like, I'm being all emotional with her, right? That undermines how she views me as her leader. That's what I'm trying to say. So if I'm leading,
it doesn't.
it
I'm
It
I think
doesn't.
I'm dealing with it right now.
I think that's a masculine viewpoint on it.
yeah, because
I
we
think that.
know how y'all get. Okay, so what I'm saying is, okay, think about it this way, right? Think about let's look at it on the opposite way. Think about you have two guys. One guy is pouring his heart out to you. He's like, Kiki, you know, like I love you. You're amazing. You're the only woman for me. I think you're special. I think you're like he's just doing this like diarrhea of the emotions of how much he's into you. Then you have another guy. He's like, yeah, Kiki, you cool. We could hang out maybe next week. Yeah, I'll hit you up and we'll try to do something on the weekend, right? One guy is being very, very, very emotional and putting so much energy into the situation. The other guy's like, I see you when I see you. The first guy is the nice guy that all you ladies don't like. The second guy is like the bad boy or the dude who actually has game and who's cool. What I'm saying is y'all basically get sort of like turned off when dudes are a certain way to y'all. You see what I'm saying? So when a guy is exhibiting a certain emotion, your response to that emotion is something totally different than what he's expecting or what you would even expect to happen. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know when a dude is being very like a nice guy, you're turned off, and then when a guy is being very direct, masculine, dominant, you're more turned on. That's all I'm saying. Like all I'm saying is the way he comes at you brings something out of you, right?
Right.
That's
It's
all.
not gonna be.
Right. I feel like, okay, a relationship though is different than just a guy trying to pursue you. Like we're talking about a safe space within the relationship. I mean, I get, I get what you're saying in a sense. Like you don't want the man to come off as super sappy and all that, but I think that's how men perceive it. Like that's how, because you have masculine energy, so you perceive that as weakness. Women don't perceive it the same way. We perceive it as, all right, well, I'm your safe space. So when you are stressed, you can come to me, you can vent to me, you can be weak with me, you can be vulnerable with me because I am your safe space.
Kiki, what do you do
But
when guys double text you? I didn't mean to cut you off.
when they
So
when they
if I'm double, triple texting you, and I'm checking you out, you're sending me all these pictures, we're having a great time, and it's just like,
Mhm.
oh my god, this is amazing. Are you there? Hello? Are you there?
it
Are, hello? Are you there?
it depends on the interest level. Like sometimes you got to be able to read the room. Like if I'm rocking with you, that's not going to bother me. But if we literally just met and you're blowing my, that's different. But that's a different context than a relationship versus somebody you're just meeting.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Mm.
That's totally
Like
Different.
if I'm rocking with you, I like you. Of course, I want to hear from you. Like if I already like you, if I've already established this, like we're already there. But somebody I'm just meeting and they're blowing my phone up, I don't perceive it as weakness. Maybe just a little eager. I don't know.
And then
But
it comes to play into saying as, did I tell you I had something to do prior to, or was I just missing? So if I say, hey, I might be missing for a few hours, I'm busy right now, I text you later, and then you keep texting me after I told you that, then yeah, that may be an issue. But if it was I just disappeared and I didn't let you know, and you kept texting me to see what's up, all right, no,
Well, it
I
doesn't
wouldn't trip.
matter.
But
You hook, line,
it
and
do.
sinker. Right? No. But hook, line, and sinker though is that I'm into you. I'm attracted to you. I want to know you want me to be around your every whim, your every being. I'm there. I want to and FaceTime you and talk to you, and you're not responding, and I'm getting upset and I'm
But it
getting
do
emotional.
matter then, because if I told you I was busy and you kept doing it, that plays a part. Like if I was like, yo, I'm busy right now, I can't respond, and you keep texting me like, oh, why you not talking to me, or why this, that, and third, after I already told you, that's like, all right, that do play a part. Like I just told you what I was doing and I wasn't checking my phone. But if I was just missing and you interested and I didn't respond, then yeah, okay, cool, that's cool. Because it's like, okay, what are you doing? You say you were interested. I wouldn't trip, but I would trip if I told you like, yo, I'm busy right now, I can't text, I won't be near my phone, and you ask me, oh, what you doing? Hey, ha 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 ha, and I already told you like I was busy at that moment. That plays two different factors.
Mm, okay. Well, so We're going to move on to the notes real quick as we let the room breathe. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. And everybody that's on right now, thank you for your questions. But make sure that you hit that little icon right there where it says question mark, because I can't read the chat right now. All right. The definition of sensitive is quick to detect or respond to slight changes, signals, or influences. Ladies, did you ever receive presents or goodwill gesture that made you sexually attracted to a man? And how long did the sexual relationship encounter lasted? Kiki.
Okay, hold on. That was a loaded question. There was a lot that went into that question. Okay. What about the sexual? Okay, start. I don't gotta start from the beginning, but start the question.
I bought you this gift.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying you, these goodwill gestures. I'm buying you things. I'm giving you things. We're, let's make it about 4 or 5 months
Uh-huh.
down the line. We're just still, intermingling. But I want to buy you some things.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you sexually attracted to me?
Maybe not sexually attracted. I mean, it's gonna definitely spark my interest. I feel like because of where men place their value, I know that if a man's spending money on me because the men place their value in money and being a breadwinner. So if a man is wanting to buy me things or spend money on me, I'm gonna take that as a sign of interest, like you're really interested in me because you're willing to invest in me. I don't know about sexually. It's not gonna make me want to just pop it open.
Mm, okay. Beauty.
No,
It's like,
don't.
no, that.
No.
Yeah, nah. I say no because it take a lot more with me to get things in that area going. Period. So it's not like because, like she said, men do take pride in their money, but no, men take pride in their time. With me, if they give you their time a lot, any time that you can get it, that's more valuable because a lot of dudes going to be focused on their money, their time, their job, whatever they got to do. They're going to be focused on that before they focus on any woman, any other thing, if they're not childish, like if they're not childish and horn dogs, they're gonna be focused on what they got to handle. So if you give me your time, then I know you really feeling me. So that probably would turn me on more than a gift. A
All right.
gift
So
more than likely won't.
no gifts.
No.
Just turn you on if you give me your time, you invest your
The
time, you're willing to
time,
do
communication,
time.
we there, we vibing. Yeah.
Kiki ain't popping it open, shake that head, none of that for some gestures and good gifts. Okay, wonderful, beautiful. I just needed to clarify. We have our first question here. Thank you guys so much. All right. Has a man ever cried in front of you? And are you still with that man? We are going to go with Beauty.
What do you say? What?
Has a man ever cried in front of you? And are you still with that man? Thank you for the question.
One man has cried in front of me, and no, I'm not.
Currently. Okay. Kiki?
No, I don't think I've ever. Mm.
So you never was with a guy who cried in front of you?
I mean, when I was younger, but I don't really consider like that was like high school, but not as like a grown adult. No, I never had a man just like break down and cry.
Did y'all laugh?
Hmm?
Did we laugh?
No.
You
No,
laugh?
did you
Uh,
laugh? Well, did you
oh,
laugh?
did
Yeah, I
not from
laughed.
high
No.
school? No, we didn't laugh.
All right. So that's pretty much it. So pretty much what we're going to go into is the article that I found about hypersensitive men. Eesh. Okay. So the article has stated that hypersensitive men, ordinary people, can and have the ability to pick up on nuances the ordinary people often overlook. This is a great quality when it comes to a lover. Lucario, what do we say about that?
Wait, say it again. They said a hypersensitive men.
Hypersensitive men have an overlook
Mm.
of, nuances. They have an understanding, the ability to understand a woman, and
Oh,
they're great lovers.
uh,
Lucario.
I disagree. I think, well, they do have they can understand women greatly because usually hypersensitive men are very they're more in touch with their feminine energy, so they're very attentive to what women want. So for example, there's a lot of people that I see on the internet who give a relationship advice, and the advice is to turn guys to hypersensitive men. So they say, well, ask her about her feelings, listen to everything she's saying, and, stuff like that, to where they're telling guys to care about things they may not necessarily care about and do things they may not necessarily want to do. So the thing with the article saying hypersensitive men make better lovers, that's just incentive to get guys to say, oh, well, maybe I should be more hypersensitive because maybe I'll be better and better, something like that. So that's really what it's about. So, and this is the whole key with all of this. The things that women generally say they want aren't what they respond to. Just like women say they want a nice guy, but they respond to the bad boy or the asshole. So when women say they want a sensitive guy, what they're really saying is, I don't want a sensitive guy. You see what I'm saying? So it's the back and forth.
Yeah, but we've been hearing all night that that's a different story, Lucario. We're hearing that we want that. Right. We want to build partnerships. We want to move ships. We want to, So, ladies, how do you feel about a How do you feel about a hypersensitive man? He understands you. He's an attentive lover. He's got all these nuances. He sees things that other men can't see.
What do you mean he sees things that other men can't see?
This is Beauty, you come from, this is an article. I pull an article. This is what they tell me every time.
Dapper, I bet it was the article written by a woman. Who's the author name?
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. It was.
Exactly, I know. I already knew it.
I don't even really get that question. Like,
why?
Because if you're with someone, you're gonna know them. Like, all the topics we spoke about, even when he said I wouldn't, if something is going on with me, I'm not going to my girl. If I'm your girl, I'm in tune with you. I already know your energy is off, so I know something wrong. So it's just the same thing. Like, it's not like they should know you be learning each other in that process. So what's hypersensitive? Like, is this man just crying every day, or what's hypersensitive? Like, he's talking. What do y'all mean? Like, he's hypersensitive? What is he doing?
You're fighting with me. It's the article. The article says he's the ordinary. You stop. But I'm saying he knows everything. This wasn't me. It was the article.
I don't understand the article then.
He's saying that he knows everything. He's an attentive lover. He understands your emotional needs. He's there. He's persistent with it. Every time he's emotional, you can be emotional. These hypersensitive men who know who you are, women inside and out. That's what the article is saying.
But they
that's hypersensitive.
Even a dude that's not hypersensitive will know they woman inside and out. So,
okay, Kiki.
And that's the thing. If he knows his woman, he knows not to be emotional in front of his woman.
That's insane. That's insane to me. I think that we're pushing toxic masculinity because a healed woman wants a man that she can talk to. She wants a man that understands her feelings. So it's like the type of woman, what do you want to attract? I don't think there's right or wrong. But if you don't want a man to show his emotions, why? Like, let's dive into that. Like, you don't want a man that wants to have conversations with you, pick your brain, get on a certain level with you. I feel like that's a healing you need to do within yourself. And then if the man feels like he can't be emotional or however hypersensitive with his woman, the type of woman that he's attracting probably isn't a healed woman. I mean, I don't know. I don't view being able to talk with your girl or even crying with your girl or things like that as being sensitive. I view that as being a human.
No, nobody's not saying that you can't have a conversation. Like, I have a conversation with my woman on a consistent basis. But my whole thing is a lot of women, again, and I only speak for a percentage of you guys don't find that shit sexy. It is annoying. It's very annoying.
Who is doing it? There's a difference.
Annoying.
There's a difference.
Every time. Oh my God. Will you shut stop crying. Why are you crying? Stop.
If you're crying,
why are you upset? Shut up. Get out of my face.
Have these debates.
So
if that was true,
wait, hold on.
There would never be a debate.
So have y'all ever had a situation where you wanted something and then you got it and you realize you don't want it? Like, you're like, I want this thing, I got it. Now I notice I don't really want it like that, or I don't want it anymore. Has that ever happened?
Yeah, like with food.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to go get some food.
So you say this food, you get the food, and you're like, this is trash. It's the same thing. You want the guy to be emotional, and when you get it, you're like, oh my God, why am I not attracted to this guy anymore? That's what happens when women say they want the guy to be emotional and vulnerable and all. It sounds nice at first, and then you get it, and then you're turned off.
No, because y'all addition of what y'all making it seem like our emotional is saying that we want y'all to cry every day. No, we just want you to be you and be comfortable with being you. No matter what part of you that is showing that day, you can be that with me. I'm not saying, oh, this you're gonna come home and complain every day, or you're gonna cry every day, or you're gonna do this. Like, that's OD. But like, I just want you to be you 100% of the time with me. Like, is that okay? For you to be human with the person that you're with? That's crazy.
But this is the thing. Why? Okay, this thing where it's like, I don't understand why. Okay, I understand you might want your guy to be vulnerable with you because you feel like closer to him or something like that. Like, it makes you feel like y'all are bonding more. Is that what it is?
All right, let me reverse the question. Right. Let's reverse the question. Right.
That was so that's so bad.
Let's reverse the question.
That's so bad. That was wrong.
When your woman is hurting whatever she's going through, you would be cool with her going somewhere else when you know you can resolve the issue.
Yes, I would be, actually.
So you would be cool with her going to her homeboys to resolve an issue in your household.
Yeah, I wouldn't care because I don't need, like, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is this, right? If my relationship is predicated on A, B, and C happening all the time, that's what my relationship is good if A, B, and C happens, right? Now, her emotions is D, right? As long as D doesn't affect A, B, and C, I don't care where she tells her emotion. But this is the difference, though. The difference is I expect my woman to be emotional towards me because she's coming to me for guidance and leadership. I'm the leader, so you should be emotional to me. The leader should not be emotional to the person that's following them. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're following me and I'm emotional, then that undermines my. You're like, why am I following this motherfucker? He's all emotional.
No, it's still a human relationship.
Yeah,
I get it.
right.
I get it, but it's still a human relationship at the end of the day. Like, there are roles in the relationship, yes, but emotions are natural. Like we're human. I mean,
all I'm saying is he's managing his emotion, and then he is taking it somewhere else.
So,
you know, it's like if like you ever have a feeling you want to punch somebody in the face, but you don't. You know what I mean? So you hold it back. You're like, I'm not going to punch this person, even though I feel like it. I'm not going to do it. Right. And then so you calm down and you go take a breather, take a walk around the park, whatever. Right. So what I'm saying is that even though I may be feeling something, I'm not going to put it out to you. I'm going to put it out to my friend, my therapist, or just talk to myself and get it over with. Because what I'm saying is if I put it out to you, it's going to ruin the situation. That's what I'm saying. Like, and so what I'm saying is for a lot of women, it seems innocent enough. Like, well, why don't you just tell me? But continuously doing that undermines his leadership. It undermines why you like. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. You know why a lot of times in marriages and relationships, women file for divorce, or they end up like sort of like taking for granted their husband or whatever. This happens a lot where women tend to like run the relationship. The guy's sleeping on the couch, whatever. She doesn't respect her husband. You always hear that trope. The reason why she doesn't respect her husband is because when she first met her husband, that was the height of when he was the most attractive. And the reason why it was the height of when he was most attractive is because he wasn't with her, which means that he wasn't actually acquiescing and trying to do things for her. The more he got with her, the more he basically was not being himself and doing what she wanted him to do. So now what happens is that you're telling a guy to do what you want him to do, which causes him to be less of himself. You see what I'm saying? Like, guys don't want to come to y'all and cry to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to do that, but we feel like we should because we're hearing women say it all the time and every day. You see what I mean? Like, we don't want to have to come to you with this, because guys already know that if they've done it before, they see the results. most of the time you never hear guys say, hey, be vulnerable to your girl because it's going to really strengthen your relationship. You hardly hear guys say that. Why? Because they know the opposite is true. If you're being emotional, that's going to make your girl look at you funny, come at you some type of way, or bring it up later and try to use it against you. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of things happen. You see what I'm saying?
All right, we're just going to answer this question real quick for the ladies, real quick. We're just going to break this up. I just read this. Zoe, thank you for your question. Ladies, can you admit, as women, you want the man in your life to give you a roller coaster of emotions versus being in a boring, sensitive relationship? Kiki.
Roller coaster of emotions. It depends on what the emotions are. Like, you mean good, bad, good, bad? No, no, that sounds stressful. That sounds stressful. Like, no, I don't want the relationship to be boring, but I feel like you can do that. You can keep the relationship interesting and fun in other ways without being emotionally manipulative with your partner. Like, one day we're good, the next day we're bad. That's stressful. That doesn't sound fun to me.
Okay. Go ahead, Beauty.
I want the relationship to be what we designated it to be. It's not no emotional roller coaster. I don't feel like neither one of us should have to go through past traumas or whatever somebody going through just because they want to be argumentative or whatever. Like, we grown, we communicate. But if it's no communication, then I don't know. That's not something I want.
Okay. So I'm going to make a point, and then, you're going to be like, no, that's not us. That's not, that's not what we do. We're ladies. We like sensitive and all this other stuff. So I recently, the reason what sparked this topic too is I had it on the job. I'm sitting around, and a coworker of mine comes over to me and like, so, so and I, we split. I'm like, really? That is, oh man, you guys have been together for 10 years? Wow. Yeah, he just wasn't doing it. But I met this guy at the gym, and Russell, oh my God, his muscles, everything he can do. I just wanted him to pick me up. And, I just looked at my husband and I was like, I don't want to be with him anymore. I want that guy. So what happens?
That
She
happens with everybody, even with
broke.
men.
Okay. So what Lucario was saying is she went with the bad boy.
But that's her. Like, that's if she lost what she had at home because she wanted to get fucked over, that's her. But that's not the case. It's not the case with everybody. That goes into play with anybody. That's not just men. And that's not just women. You have a man that has everything he has need in a woman, and he'll see something else and go for the next one. Are we all, at the end of the day, we're gonna age. Our body's gonna change. Nothing's gonna stay the same. So. Like, it's always going to be something younger, and there's always going to be something fresher. There's always going to be something else. There's always going to be something else. And that comes into play is back to whatever you decide in that relationship. So if y'all decide to see other people, that's what y'all agree upon. If y'all decide to stick with just each other, that's what y'all agree upon.
But there was no
There's always
agreement.
going to be something.
But there was no agreement.
Exactly.
There was no agreement.
People change all the time. That's because she wanted something younger, and that doesn't
Oh, it
mean
wasn't
that
younger.
a man
It's
won't do
the same
the same
age.
thing.
It's same age.
She got
but
what
he has,
she wanted.
But
I'm not against what she wanted
right.
to do for her.
But she got tired of sensitive. She got tired of, you don't want to do anything with your life. You come to me emotional. You come to me crying.
It was somebody in the gym with muscles and lifted better and was lifting something up. That's what you said.
It turned her on.
He was crying all the time. You said that man won't looking like that man. And that's what she wanted to hump on something else. So that's what she did.
She wanted to hump on a bed. She wanted to hump on a bad man and lifts and pumps and does 3 sets of 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That ain't had nothing to do with her man. She just wanted some other penis.
So it had plenty to do with it because she said she got.
Shadow. So basically, what does it do for you guys when a guy's vulnerable to you?
I just want somebody to be 100% with me. It's not like I'm saying like the same way I'm vulnerable to. I'm giving you parts of me that I wouldn't give nobody else. That's vulnerability to me. I'm giving you 100% of me that other people cannot have. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing I want from my significant other. I want 100% of you of what other people don't have. So that's what I'm saying with vulnerability. It's not saying that I want a man to cry to me every day. I'm not saying that I want y'all to be super sensitive or hypersensitive. I want you to be you. And if that's you being sensitive, if that's you being whatever you are, that's you. and that's what I accept. That's what I accept.
And
So,
but that's the thing. You can't. I don't believe you can. You should give 100% of yourself to anybody, because for example, like I said earlier, when I first meet the woman, the reason why she's attracted to me is because she doesn't have she doesn't have 100% of me. That's why I'm attractive to her. You see what I'm saying? But as soon as I give you 100%, you already did the puzzle. Like, what is there to be? What are you even going after now or chasing at this point?
why
You see what I'm saying?
are you still chasing it? You don't have to chase nothing you
Oh
have,
no,
but at the same time, you got to keep it.
saying a woman should never have a man 100%. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
But
Then why would a man need to have 100, a woman 100%? Like, why? I get what you're saying, because I'm not
no,
against
he
what
doesn't even
people
need to have a
choose.
woman 100%
Like,
either.
yes, what I'm
Saying
saying.
that no one
I'm
should
not
have
against what nobody
person.
choose at all. But at the same time, y'all making it seem like it's no point to have. What's the point? What's my question to you? You married?
Yeah. Mhm.
Why did you marry your wife?
Because it was like long enough and she earned the spot, basically. You know what I'm
Because of
saying?
what? How she
Yeah,
got?
that don't make it. How did she earn that spot? What made you feel like she was valuable enough to be
Oh,
that
yeah,
person that you spend the rest of your life with?
because she was consistent with what I needed her to do. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that thinking you need to give someone 100% of you, right? I think that it shouldn't be that way for anybody, man or woman. And what I'm saying is that the percentage that they're not getting is something you hold on to because that's your individuality. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing that is part of you. That's the mysterious part, the part that they going after in certain situations. So they still love you. They can love you 100%, but you shouldn't give a person 100% of you. Because a lot of times when a man or a woman gives 100% to each other, this is why when you break up or something goes astray, this is why people want to go and delete someone or do something harmful to the person, because they're like, I gave you everything, you know, you're my person, and I can't believe you would do this to me, because they gave that person 100% of them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're giving someone your whole entire energy and being, and I don't think that's healthy at all. You know what I'm saying? And part of that not giving you 100% is probably me not being emotional with you. You see what I'm saying? So that could be part of it.
Last round. Go ahead, NBD. You have something to say.
No,
Then we'll let Kiki finish.
I'm not even disagreeing with that, because I'm still like, your 100% might be different from my 100%. Like, I'm giving you 100% because I'm letting you know, like, I'm here, I'm vulnerable, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. But at the end of the day, like you said, we do have our own individuality where that we go do our own thing, or that we have kids. So no, we still have to share like parts. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm gonna still give somebody because I'm not that type of person. Like, if we leave, we leave. It is what it is. I'm not on no crazy shit. I'm not none of that. But at the same time, I'm still being 100% me. Like, I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not doing none of that. So I guess.
Kiki, what do you want to leave off with?
Me personally, I feel like communication is key within the relationship. So I have friendships with a lot of men who are in relationships, and they're coming to me, venting to me because they can't vent to their woman, or my homeboys, they can't vent to their woman. And I don't know. I just think that your woman should be your safe space to where you can. I don't view it as being not being masculine. I think that everybody that's a part, you all got to be on the same page. And I think that if you're leaving your woman out of the loop, and I mean, I get it, every person in your life plays a different part, but you're not going to be able to be as vulnerable and open up to your homeboys as you would a woman. So I think that just leaves a lot of gray area where men go to find that safe space where they can go be sensitive. They're going to find it somewhere else, and it's probably not going to be their homeboy. It might be a homegirl, and then lines might get crossed or whatever. But I still think that that's your role of your woman. I think that she should be your safe space. And
But I think a man's safe space is in his mind. I don't think a woman could give a man a safe space.
but that's
You
why
know what I'm saying?
the mental health crisis with men is so bad. Like, y'all internalize everything, you don't get it out,
No,
and it,
but that's what I'm saying. I agree with you that it's bad that way. But the reason why it's bad is because men are taught that they have to not be emotional and hold it in. I'm saying men should let it out, just not to their woman. That's what they
But when you guys are going to vent to your man, you're not letting it out with another man because you have to be in this masculine role.
Hmm.
So who are you going to? You're going to go to your
She
mom
said
to vent
Yeah,
about
the
it? You're not
therapist.
going
yes, your mom,
The therapist.
anybody in the world except for the woman you're in a relationship with.
That,
Anybody else. It can't
that's
be.
crazy.
to That's
That's
crazy.
crazy that
Listen,
you give
What is she
yourself
there?
to everybody else in the
take it up
world
with
and
God.
not your
I didn't
woman.
know that He created y'all like this.
That's crazy.
Well, we covered a lot,
I'm trying to
people.
save the
We definitely covered a lot. Beauty, go ahead and drop your handle. Let everybody know where they can find you. Then Lucario, then Kiki, and then we're going to get the hell out of here. Go ahead, Beauty.
Well, you can find me at never_ending_beauty 12. I am a model coach, runway coach, hairstylist, and a support coordinator for immunology. So y'all can find me on all that stuff.
Lucario, all your shows.
Yeah, just hit me up at badboymembership.com, masculineidentity.com, and mrlucario.com. Yeah, all that.
There we go. Kiki, you're up.
So my Instagram is just for me to look pretty on, but my TikTok, I do a lot of fun stuff on there. It's kind of toxic, but it's keeping up dot with Kiki. It's a lot of fun on there. So
All right. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Have a
Yeah.
fantastic weekend. Stay safe.
Peace.
And we'll do this
Yes, sir.
again. All right, guys. That is it for the
Yeah.
panel. I'm going to wrap it up. You guys can roll on out because I got to do my sign off. You guys
All
take it
right, y'all.
easy. Have a good one. Bye, ladies. All right. So that was it. Sensitivity is sexy. Y'all are fucking amazing. This was dope. We got to some of the questions. I'm sorry if I missed a couple, but I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had over 43 fucking viewers come on and check out the show. You guys are amazing. Please follow me at 2dapper66. You guys can always check out the show. The Brash Talk show I do Fridays. The Man Panel is back May 17th. Next fucking week, we got Miles in the building, and we got Silverbacks, Mr. 1950. All right, guys. So please have a fantastic and wonderful weekend. Salute to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day, and take care of one another.